we're crunching on time.
Yep.
I want to give 2 minutes because I know somebody out here has a really amazing question. I'll take one, and you guys keep one. Amazing question.
Well, I don't know if this is an amazing question.
It is. Go girl, come on.
Okay. Having said all that, how has your businesses individually improved since you started this?
Oh, I got a good story for that. So 2024, I kind of stepped out of my business to take care of my grandmother in High Point and all the things. And so my business definitely drastically went down, but you know, you typically don't see that until the following year, right? So 2024, we made it through. 2025 was almost like a struggle. And so I think when I had went to Brandy actually and was like, hey, I need to figure this out, right? Or I'm gonna need to go back to work. And so it was more of trying to really understand that I want to step more into the Charlotte market or just keep that book of business in Houston. And so when we got into a group, I'll be honest, I had only closed by September. I think I'd only done like 6 deals all year. And then from September to December, we closed 11. So 17 deals when the bulk of them were done September through December. Now, granted, it was not my best year, but it wasn't my worst. And it was on the way to being the worst. And I tell people, because it's more about a healthy competition, right? They can't be talking about closings every day and I ain't got no closings, right? Because it don't make no sense. I'm like, oh, they're not gonna leave me out, right? So that was really what it was about. And I just sat on a panel in my office in Houston. It was the same thing. We had the conversation that it was just such a drastic change because I put my head down and did what I needed to do. We all know what to do. It's about getting in the motion, getting in the rooms with the people and talking to people. I think during COVID, we got so used to not being in the office anymore. Like we all did this virtual thing, but that may not be working for you. And it was important for me, because I'm back and forth, but it was important for me to get in the room with the same people doing the same thing, because in real estate, we have to see that. It's because our banker friends, they work from 9 to 5. They don't know what we're doing, right? They don't understand that they have a paycheck coming in weekly. But to hear somebody else and be like, okay, we got the same plight, you know?
And I'll also add that in real estate, we know that what we do today shows up when? 90 days from now, right? So I think we started sometime in the summer, and I think all of us had a really, really great fourth quarter, right? Better fourth quarter than most of us had seen. In addition, I think we're all having a better start to the year than we've ever seen, because usually for me, you know, you kind of take off in December and then that shows up January, February, March. but you kind of slack off a little bit in the holidays, and then that shows up in the first part of the year. We didn't slack off in the holidays. Now, it's not to say we didn't take time off, but it was like, I'm off this week, but I'm not off next week, that kind of thing. So what we're seeing is, like I'll say for me, I've closed 4 since the beginning of the year, right? And that's not the goal, right? My goal is to close 3 a month. So I'm how many behind if it's March? I'm already 2 behind. And that's the way I'm looking at it. So in March, my number really needs to be 5, not 3. It's the 3 plus 2, right? The only reason I'm thinking that way is because I'm looking at this book every day. And I'm seeing that if my goal is 35, that's 3 a month, period. Now, all of them don't need to come in the fourth quarter. It needs to be pretty steady. But to be honest, I'm usually not sitting in March with 4 closings. I'm just not. Usually I ramp up in the springtime and the summertime. So I'm happy to actually go into the springtime with a little more momentum than I've had in years past. So that's what I'm seeing show up in my business.
I would say that is a great question. And I've looked at my multi-year trend report and looked at all the numbers. And literally last fourth quarter was the best fourth quarter I've ever had since being in business. And I can only attribute it to this group. I capped in 60 days, something I've never done. And it was just being focused. But then it was also, I used to always say like, oh, fourth quarter is like my worst quarter. Like that's just what I would say because traditionally it was. And with meeting with them, with having conversations, and again, with them closing, I am very competitive. So with them closing, I'm like, oh no, I got to go find a listing. Oh no, somebody is getting under contract. Like it's just, when you are around success, and you're competitive, like you have no choice but to be successful.
I'm leaving
So-
here with something.
And,
I'm leaving
oh,
that here with
I'm
something.
leaving here with something.
and we talk about it on the text. Like, we don't just meet and then walk away and then talk about it again on Monday. Like, all week, we're like, hey, I got a close. I know I got a contract. I got this. Like, so we're, like I said, just hearing it, it puts it in that realm, right? They talked about that, like, old bowl, like, be in emotion, be in the moment, and it happens. So I think a lot of that, we've talked about that because Brandy is the number cruncher. And so she's always asking, so what do y'all think this is doing? Did you see like direct impact? And sometimes it's not direct impact, it's indirect. It's just being in emotions, being on a podcast, posting more, sitting in the room. And so that motion brings that real estate business to you sometimes too.
And I wanted to add, so last year I definitely had a great year. It was my best year last year. I'll say that. It was my best year since I started last year. But again, June and July I was out partying. Whatever that looked like, okay, it definitely was not doing any work. So it was my best year, making those phone calls, staying accountable. But I also want to add what really pulled me in for this year is like going back to the basics of things that I used to do that I no longer did, right? Because business picked up. And sometimes when business pick up, you know, we go down in things that we were accustomed to doing. So like if you follow me on social media, Facebook, I used to do veteran seminars all the time. I stopped doing them because I just stopped doing them. Like, I was like, oh, it's okay. But then these ladies were like, hey, what are our list of events we're doing in 2026? We need to start planning. And I added it on the calendar. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm sitting here like, I'm not excited about doing it, but I'm going to do it because I wrote it down and I know they're going to hold me accountable because I wrote it on the 411 and I told them that I'm preparing for it. So now I have to prepare for it. And I started last night by making that post, but I'll say, so that's how it has helped my business. Is like it's kept me accountable and going back to the basics of things that I used to do that worked that I may have gotten away from, and now I'm coming back to it.
Please give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
Sorry, love y'all so much.